When you start discovering past lives, you find that there are a lot of things that make you kind of have to expand your consciousness, your thinking. And one of those is the idea that you've existed in countless forms. A lot of people think about reincarnation just in terms of multiple lifetimes on Earth. And for the most part, when I work with clients, that's what it is. You see a past life of yourself as a human on Earth. But about 20%, 30% of past lives are actually not a human on Earth. Now, you might be some other thing on Earth. You might be a tree. You might have been an animal. You might have even been a rock. So, consciousness is in everything and it takes a different form. But we humans are so used to thinking of consciousness as just a brain thing, something that requires a human brain. But what you find out when you start working with clients doing past life regression is that consciousness has no limits, that a planet has consciousness, a star has consciousness, a galaxy has consciousness. And if you say, well, how could a star have consciousness and a planet have consciousness, but a galaxy? Well, it's like saying your liver knows what it's doing, but you don't know what it's doing. Your liver has liver consciousness, and your brain has brain consciousness, and and then you have a consciousness of your past, right? There are all these different layers and levels of consciousness. So when you awaken to that, I mean, the ego can kind of fight it a little bit, but that doesn't matter because what's true is true. Now, when you do a past life regression and you experience these different levels of consciousness, you might think, well, why would I experience that? And that is because usually there is a quality to that consciousness. Like if you did a past life regression and you found that you were a tree in a past life and you had the experience of being a tree, what the tree consciousness is like, what it feels like physically to be a tree, the wisdom, all the things about trees. Well, there's going to be a quality that you had in that past life as a tree that you kind of need to strengthen now, ideally. Like, let's say if you're a little ungrounded and all over the place, you might, or your soul might direct you to a past life where you were a tree so you could feel being really grounded, rooted, but also with a consciousness that is not trapped inside of the tree. The tree consciousness can leave the tree. The tree consciousness can also explore the root system and the communications with other beings that way. The tree has a relationship to the birds that make nests in it or just sit on a branch, stand on a branch. And what will happen is the client who might be kind of hyperactive, kind of stressed out with a lot of anxiety, all of a sudden in their regression, they spend 10, 15 minutes being a tree, feeling the essence of that. And it's kind of like all the stress drops out for that moment as they experience that tree consciousness. It's kind of amazing. And so it's like they got a download of this other consciousness that they used to be, and they reconnect with it, and it gives them something extra for right now in this life. So if you do past life regression, have an open mind that you're probably going to just see yourself in past lives on Earth as humans. Most likely that's what it'll be. Because also that's more in line with what you can relate to and what you need to learn. But if you find yourself being a tree or a star or a planet or a galaxy or a dog, enjoy the qualities that your higher self is bringing you by remembering that lifetime. And tell me how it impacts you. And if you've already had a past life regression and that happened, put your story in the comments. I'd love to see what happened to people that I don't even know having these kinds of past lives. Thanks so much.